So Nectar has updated their flagship mattress. It is now the Nectar Classic, and I'm here to tell you all about it. Hey, how's it going? This is Owen, I'm a CNET, and today I'm covering the top 5 most important things you need to know about the new Nectar Classic. This is now the 3rd iteration of Nectar's flagship mattress I've been able to test over the course of 6 years, and spoiler alert, this one is my personal favorite. This video should be pretty much everything you need to know about it, but if you want to learn more, make sure you look down below in the description. There is a full detailed review that I wrote linked down there, and any discounts we can find to help save you the most money will also be linked down there. If you find this video helpful or interesting in any way, make sure you give it a thumbs up and you subscribe to the channel. That helps us out a lot. And let's just dive right into the number one most important thing you need to know about the Nectar Classic, and that's going to be its construction and feel. There isn't a whole lot different about the Nectar Classic in comparison to the Nectar Original, but there are some important differences. This bed is about 12 inches thick and uses 3 layers of foam underneath the cover. So you have about an 8-inch thick layer of dense support foam. This is pretty standard across the board for most online mattresses that use foam instead of coils. And then you have a layer of what they call dynamic response foam right above. This basically acts as a transition layer, but then the top layer is actually only about a 1-inch thick layer of memory foam. Given that the memory foam layer is so thin, the transition layer really combines with that memory foam layer to give it its feel. And it doesn't have quite as thick of a memory foam layer as the old Nectar Original, which had much more of a dense feel. This one still has that memory foam feel, so if you're a fan of memory foam, you should be good to go on the Nectar Classic. That top layer of memory foam is very dense and very slow to respond, but because it's balanced out a bit by the layers below, it's just not quite as dense. That's something to keep in mind. And then the other construction element I should mention that's quite a bit different than the old Nectar Original is the cover design. I really like how it looks, and I like how it feels. I think it has just more of a soft feel, and I think it's also a bit more breathable, which helps with the temperature regulation. So I think the construction is very familiar to what you find on the old Nectar mattresses, just a little bit different. And then that leads us to the second thing you should know about this mattress, and that's gonna be its firmness profile. So this bed is pretty firm, kind of like the old Nectar Original. We have it at around a medium firm on our scale, maybe a hair firmer than that, which means it can be most ideal for back and stomach sleepers. If you are a combination sleeper who spends part of the night on your side, you might be good to go on this bed. But if you spend a good amount of time on your side while you sleep, I would recommend something softer like the Nectar Premier or the Nectar Luxe. And then that leads me to the third thing we should cover with this bed, and that's how it's different from the other beds from Nectar. So there are 6 beds from Nectar now. There's the Classic, Classic Hybrid, Premier, and Premier Hybrid, then Luxe and Luxe Hybrid. So how they sort of design these beds is pretty streamlined, which I think is really, really nice for shoppers trying to decide between these beds. I think it makes it pretty easy. The Nectar Classic is going to be the firmest, and then the Nectar Premier just adds more memory foam to soften it up, and that one's going to be around a medium. Then the Nectar Luxe has even more memory foam, and that one's going to be significantly softer, really nice for side sleepers. And then there are the hybrid versions of each one. We have noticed across the board that the hybrid versions are a little bit softer than their all foam counterpart. So on the Nectar Classic Hybrid, we found that one to also be a medium firm, just noticeably softer than the Nectar Classic all foam. There's also a bit more cooling factor when you upgrade to the Nectar Premier and the Nectar Luxe. I think the Luxe is the coolest sleeping mattress available from Nectar. And I wouldn't say the Nectar Classic is going to be a cool sleeping mattress. I'd say this one's going to be solidly temperature neutral. We should have tons of information for you in the description about all these new Nectar mattresses. Just know the Nectar Classic is going to be the most firm and also the most affordable, which leads me to the fourth thing you need to know. That's going to be its price point. Nectar has always been a very affordable brand. That's one of the reasons it's so popular, and the Nectar Classic did not deviate from that at all. For a queen size after discount as of recording this video, looking at only $650, which is super affordable, and I think this makes the Nectar Classic an excellent value. In the past, we've seen Nectar go from $700 to $800, depending on the time of year, and it seems like they're really, really trying to match the price point of the Bear Original, which is their probably top competing mattress in the affordable memory foam category, and right now they're both the same price. Prices are always subject to change, so make sure you look down below in the description, and if you wait for a major holiday, you might be able to save even more money or get free extras like sheets and pillows. And then let's move on to the fifth and final thing you should know about this mattress, and that's going to be its set of policies, which might really move the needle for you in Nectar's favor because they are very generous. First off, this bed ships completely free inside of a box. Unboxing it is pretty quick and easy, although I definitely recommend having someone there to help you out because it makes it go a lot more smoothly. This bed did take a while for it to fully inflate and reach its proper firmness level, so if you try and sleep on it night 1, it might feel very, very soft, especially in comparison to night 3. Once the bed arrives at your door, you get a trial period of 365 nights, which is the highest that we've seen for any online mattress, so you have an entire year to really test out the bed at home to determine if you like it or not. If you don't within the trial period after the first 30 nights, you can decide to return it and get a full refund at no extra cost. And if you decide to keep the mattress, which you probably will if you're doing all your research, this thing is backed by a forever warranty, which is above and beyond the usual standard of 10 years. So very generous policies with the Nectar mattress. And again, I did mention Bear earlier. Bear doesn't have quite as generous of a policy set, and I could see that really being a deciding tie-breaking factor for you. And that covers the top 5 most important things you need to know about the Nectar Classic, which leaves us with the question, who should consider picking one up for themselves? And I think anyone shopping on a pretty tight budget looking for something affordable, who likes the feel of memory foam and is okay with a firmer mattress, this is probably gonna be one of your best bets. Again, I have tested many iterations of the Nectar flagship mattress, and this one is my favorite. I think the feel is really nice and balanced with that sort of responsive memory foam. You know that memory foam is there, but it's not so dense that you're gonna feel stuck in the mattress. It is a bit too firm for a lot of people, including myself, but you can spend up a little bit more to get the Nectar Premier. That's gonna be closer to a medium. And also, I really like the cover design. I think it is nice and breathable and soft, and it looks kind of cool. So I think Nectar really nailed it with this update. But let us know what you think. Write us down in the comment section. Do you like this version better than the old version? If you're familiar with the old version, let us know. And again, tons of stuff in the description to help you out with your online mattress search, including a full detailed written review of the Nectar Classic and all the new Nectar mattresses. If you found this video helpful or interesting, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it. But that's going to do it for me. This is Owen of CNET, and I'll see you in the next one.